Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Hello and welcome to the Popternative podcast. It's the podcast where we have digital discussions, the worlds of pop culture, social media, sports, TV, film, hockey, everything really. As always, I'm your host, Peter Remoliotis, and on Twitter I go as PD Beats. My guests this afternoon are three members of the Ottawa Senators Ice Girls. We are speaking to Cristina, Erin, and Emily. Girls, welcome to Popternative.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
No problem. First question, Cristina, you can answer this. Tell us a little bit about the Ottawa Senators Ice Girls and kind of what are some of the day-to-day things that the Ice Girls do on game days.
So basically we are a game day staff. So we shovel the ice 3 times a period for the 3 periods of the game. Before games, we do stuff like face painting and interacting with fans, or doing stuff like the Canada flag. And even with that, we do like some promotion stuff like outside of game days.
Absolutely. We'll start with Emily. I want to know when you when did you kind of find out that you were going to become an Ice Girl, and what kind of drew you to getting a job like that?
I actually attended one of the games last season, and I knew Cristina outside of the Ice Girls, and I saw her on the ice, and I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. So I messaged her and asked her if they were hiring, and they actually were. And then so I came and had a tryout, and then became an Ice Girl.
That's awesome. And Erin, I guess similar things, but were you kind of, what besides being at a hockey game, what kind of drew you to the job? Was it also like interacting with fans, that aspect of it as well?
Yeah, and also, I worked in promotions for the Suns for a while, so then I kind of obviously saw the Ice Girls too, as well as Emily, and thought it looked pretty neat, and they needed some more girls, so I was able to skate, and so I joined there.
And keeping with the hockey connection, Cristina, I believe you told me that a coach kind of got you involved with being on the Ice Girls, I believe?
Yeah, so my last year of midget hockey, my coach actually works for the Ottawa Senators and said that they were starting to get Ice Girls instead of like just all boys, and then told me I should apply, and that's how I first started.
No, that's awesome, for sure. Now, Cristina, you also mentioned all the different things that you do, but I want to know, we'll go around, we'll start you, Cristina, but what is kind of one of the things you like the most about being an Ice Girl? Is there anything specifically that you like the most?
These guys. I honestly met like so many amazing people, like even people during promotions, not just the ice crew. And it just really makes the job way more fun.
Yeah, I think like honestly, we have so much fun at work that it's amazing.
Yeah, I think like getting ready before the games too is super fun. We're all like kind of nervous, but we all like get ready together, and it's just super fun.
And like dressing up is really exciting.
Yeah.
What do you get nervous about? Kind of like the guys getting ready for the game, like that type of thing? Like it's a game day, right? Like everything has to be perfect before the game starts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I just really don't want to fall on the ice. So,
like speaking from experience, it's like not fun. So like the nerves of going on and thinking that it could happen is always there. Like it never really leaves. But yeah, that's
doesn't help that social media is a big part of our life too, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Snapchats are really there for you.
yeah.
Have there been anything specific? Well, actually, no, like Erin and Emily, is there anything else in regards to, besides the ice part of it? You know, you said before that you do face painting and the flag and everything. That's really cool as well. But just kind of before the game, sometimes you see you guys like walking around doing Instagram stories. I mean, there's a lot of cool things that you could do before the game actually starts as well, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think like for the social media part, we were talking about this earlier, but I think like besides like working there, like we actually are Sens fans too, so it's just fun like promoting, like even if it wasn't our job, like I would still do it, I think. So that's like really fun for us.
Absolutely. Erin, have there been any specific memories about your time at the rink, part of the Ice Girls, that you like the most? Like, is there anything specific, like a highlight of working with the Ice Girls, something at an event happened that was really cool, anything like that?
I think like all the events we go to are a lot of fun. Like I think every time.
That's not how it works. You have to give me a specific event.
Okay, I know, but on. Like this is what I mean. Like they're all fun because the one thing that even last game, we all went out the wrong door and ended up getting locked outside during the game. So we had to run around the building outside and back in. And it's just like little things like that. It's just like, it's so fun because we're all just, oh my God, we're locked out.
Yeah.
The Ice Girls are out of the building and the period started. Like, what are we going to do? But, yeah, so things like that.
Emily, anything specific? Maybe you can give me like a specific event.
I think it's fun, like when the DJ Prosper's there,
Yep.
you have to go up and dance with him. That's super fun. But yeah, I don't know anything specific.
Cristina, anything specific?
A specific highlight?
Yeah.
Well, for me, last year I did the alumni game. We shoveled the alumni ice, and that I think was one of the best highlights for me because I love Chris Neal. Like I've always loved Chris Neal, and he was there. I ended up interacting, and like it was just really fun.
I'm very surprised that one of you did not say the James Barker band being one of your highlights.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I mean, I'm very surprised.
always. We took a picture with them. They know who we are. It's fine.
But staying with that, I mean, Cristina, you told me, you were joking around. Well, maybe it's not a joke, but like that, the Ice Girls were kind of thinking of making their own Instagram account, that type of thing. I mean, social media has become such a big part of it. I mean, what do you kind of, you mentioned it a little bit, Erin and Emily, about, the Instagram stories and everything, but have there been some things that you have noticed about the interactions between the Sens fans and the Ice Girls, like at games? Like, talk a little bit about the landscape of social media at the Sens games.
Well, I mean, there's sometimes we'll go on and like there'll be fans banging on the ice trying to like catch our attention or like waving or something like that.
But have there been interactions like on social media with fans with the Ice Girls? I'm wondering if that's been a thing yet, because they know that, like, because you're on social media, right, as the Ice Girls, right? So
yeah, like some people can find us through Instagram and like they see that we're Ice Girls and I don't know, throw a DM in there or something.
Yeah, lots of DMs.
Yeah, and like reply to our Instagram stories when it's about the Sens or the games. Stuff like that.
And that's pretty cool, right? Because you're part of the game day crew and you kind of have that connection and relationship with the fans that maybe you didn't think of before, right?
Yeah,
For sure.
And no, it's pretty cool. Now I understand that all three of you you all have played hockey in the past, correct?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I don't know if it was like a prerequisite or anything, but is that like, obviously, I mean, you have to be able to skate to be an Ice Girl, but did they, like, when you had like an interview or were you kind of getting the job, did they ask you about like your hockey background at all? Like, was that important?
When I was hired, I think they like obviously like asked you if you were able to skate and like what team you played for or whatever. Because like obviously like some people can skate, but maybe like they can only use like figure skates and you have to wear hockey skates.
Yeah, it has to be hockey skates.
So yeah, like they asked like specific questions like that. But yeah, it was pretty much just like, can you skate? Where did you play, or who did you play for? I guess.
Yeah. And we'll go around. And Erin, when did you kind of decide that you wanted to play hockey? Like, when did you start playing hockey?
I think I was like 7 or 8, but I have two older brothers, so I was always at the rink watching them. So that's how I kind of got into hockey. But
And Cristina, what about you?
I've been playing hockey since I was 6, I think. And I've always had like a dream to go to the Olympics, but didn't quite make it. But I've like, even now I still play like senior hockey, and it's a really good stress reliever.
Very cool. So I don't know. I've done this on other episodes when I've had like panels of hockey players, but we're gonna do this now. I think this is gonna be fun, and it does not so basically, I'm gonna ask you a question like, who on the Ice Girls has the best laugh, or who is the most competitive, and then you could tell me the answer of who you think, and it doesn't have to be like one of you three. It could be someone else that's not on the Ice Girl, that's on the Ice Girls, that's not on the podcast right now. So we'll do that. So we'll start now. Who has the best laugh on the Sens Ice Girls? Cristina, you go first.
Jordan.
Oh yeah, Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah. Agree.
Oh, already a unanimous one. That's crazy. Okay. Who's on their phone the most? That might be a tie, I feel.
Brooke.
Oh. Man, all these unanimous.
Well,
like,
she has the Apple Watch too.
Yeah,
so
so she's just on it all the time.
24/7.
wow. Okay.
But we do have break times to go on our phone.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
She's
Yeah,
like on her phone
Like,
while
when she
working.
shouldn't be.
Like,
Yeah.
not shoveling on her phone.
Who is the most like competitive? Like in terms of like when you guys play like sports or like video games or like is there anyone like competitive?
I feel like
No.
Paige.
Maybe Paige. I think you might be right with that one. But
Yeah. I never played
no one's
hockey.
like really.
I think I'm kind of competitive.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we all have it a little bit. I think. I don't know.
Yeah. I'd say me for my answer.
Okay.
I got you, and I agree with that.
Okay, and this is one that a lot of people always have fun with. Who has the biggest appetite? Like who could eat the most?
Oh, Cristina. She's always eating. Not in a bad way.
No, honestly, if you were to ask one of the guys that do it with us, his name's Andre, every time he sees me and interacts with me, I have a snack and I'm eating. So, yeah.
I wasn't sure how that question was gonna be like received, so I'm happy that Emily right away just kind of threw you under the bus and said, "Christina." What are you looking forward to the most? It's a new year. In terms of the Ice Girls, what are you kind of looking forward to the most? I mean, you know, there's a lot more games of the season. Are there some kind of cool initiatives that you plan on doing? You mentioned maybe doing like a social media account, but I mean, is there anything going on that you're excited for? Or
We're getting jackets.
Yeah, we're getting team jacket.
jackets?
Very excited about that. Yeah.
What a time, eh?
Hopefully, a social media. Instagram.
Absolutely. And I've a couple questions for a wrap up, but I think an important thing is the fact that I always mention like the fan engagement because I think that's the most important. And you know, I think it's pretty cool that you have an opportunity that even though you are not you're not on the Ottawa Senators, you have an opportunity to kind of build a fan base for the Ice Girls with social media, and people can come up and one day like ask you to take a photo with you or sign an autograph. Like, the fact that there's an opportunity there that you can kind of do something like that is pretty cool. Erin, have you ever thought about that at all?
I guess like sort of, but I also like I think it's just like it's my friends, right? So I think we go to the rink and we're all friends, and it's not like thinking we're these people who would have fans, but I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, that'd be really cool.
It's kind of cool too when like people do ask us for pictures and stuff, and like especially when we're like face painting, and I think it's just weird to me, like not in a bad way. I just think it's like weird, like why would you want a picture with us? But no, it's kind of cool too.
Even sometimes that like if we're out and together, like people recognize them. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, like an ice cream. We're like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Emily, you mentioned, DJ Prosper, and for people that don't know, he's a DJ. Or was that you, Erin?
No.
It was Emily. Okay, cool. Sorry. So DJ Prosper, for people who don't know, is at a lot of Sens home games, and during the intermissions, plays like a DJ set, gets the crowd hyped. That's awesome. Plays a lot of different songs. Want to go around because I know music is obviously a big part of the entertainment aspect of the game. What's your favorite like pump up song or like warm up song that they play at the Sens, Cristina? Or if there's like a song that gets you pumped up for hockey.
The goal song. No, honestly, when Sens score, like we'll all be in the Zamboni tunnel, like jamming out, like full on dancing, full on like singing to it. Like it's probably the most pumped up song that all of us would agree on.
Yeah.
I guess.
Or when they have a power play.
Yeah.
They always play Tsunami, or they used to.
They used to. They've changed it recently.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it actually makes me upset. But...
Yeah, so sometimes at the Sensplex, me and my coworker sometimes will be like, out of nowhere, just like power play. And they completely changed it. And we were like, what?
Yeah.
That became the power play song. But also, like, DJ Prosper literally throws everything in there. He has not put country yet, and I feel like you guys are upset about that.
At country night, he did.
Yeah, country night. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't there at country night, but like at country night, they played like overall.
No, I'm saying, but yeah, no, that was really big, and I believe I'm surprised you also did. Yeah, I was expecting you in my notes to talk about that country night when I was talking about like highlights, and you did. Like when I was just assuming that one of you was gonna say the country night because Matt Duchesne playing with the James Barker band was pretty cool too.
Wow, that was cool too.
Yeah, he has a really nice voice.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Well, I think we will wrap up, but first I just wanted to say thank you for coming on the show and telling us about the Ottawa Senators Ice Girls.
Yes, thank you for having us.
It's a very important job. It's really cool, so thank you for scraping the ice off the games.
No problem. Good for you.
So this is the important part. We'll start with Cristina. Where can people follow you on social media? What are the handles?
At Cristina Bascelli. There's no H in Cristina.
Okay. And that's on Twitter and Instagram as well?
Twitter is the same, but it doesn't have an I because when I had the Twitter, it didn't not have enough characters to have the I, but Cristina Bascelli.
Okay. Erin, what about you?
Mine's just Erin_Longpre on everything. So.
Very cool. And Emily?
Mine's Emily Bowles with 2 S's.
Awesome. Cool. So this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative. For previous episodes, be sure to follow all the Ice Girls to keep up because they do a lot of really cool content during the games, which is awesome. And until next time, this is Cristina, Erin, Emily, and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.